I went to a networking event recently. It was at this bar, restaurant type of place, and there was a surprising number of people. I was walking through the park and I saw this guy fishing. Right when I walked up to him, he turned to me and he looked at me like he recognized me. He seemed to know me, or at least he acted like it. I didn't recognize him, and I didn't know if that was his personality or if he actually did remember me, so I just kind of played it cool. This guy bought a house in the historical district. He wanted to do some renovations, but he didn't have the original plans. Because it was in the historical district, the people at the city office told him that it might take a while to find the records. So in the meantime, he decided to hang out in his basement and try to figure out what he was going to do. That's when he met the spirit. At first, she came to him but didn't speak. She had a very welcoming energy, not like in the movies. Not really a ghost, but some kind of a spiritual presence that wasn't connected to any living entity, but not really an angel either. She said that, "I know why you're here, that your reasons are slowly changing, that when you were much younger, you had some ideas about the future. Some were dreams, some were fantasies, some were more realistic plans. But the older you got, the more experience you got, the more these began to change. Almost like this is taking on a life of its own, that the lines between what's real and what's imaginary are starting to blur. And blurring lines can lead to inaccurate perceptions, which can be dangerous since perceptions are really just an approximation to begin with, a tiny sliver of the reality that is always unfolding around you, a reality that is unfolding in ways nobody could have ever predicted. But if you pay attention, you can learn secrets. But if you pay attention not only to these words, but to the memories these words are creating, you can learn even more, because the memories that these words are creating have already evolved beyond what you could never predict. And when you sleep tonight, you will remember this. You will dream about this. You will use shadows of understanding to shine light on what was previously darkness. The city office finally called him. She said there must have been some kind of mistake, because according to their records, the house at the address that he gave them doesn't have a basement. I asked the guy if he caught any fish. He said that fishing is not allowed. I asked him why he was fishing if fishing was forbidden. He said it didn't matter because there was never any fish in the lake to begin with. I quickly found out that everybody at the networking event was a government employee, which didn't make any sense because government workers can't get fired, so they don't need networking events. But the more the night wore on, the more people got intoxicated, the more I started to find out the truth, that all the city employees will soon be fired. All state employees will soon be fired. There is some kind of event coming, a catastrophic event. All countries will only maintain control within 100 kilometers of the national capital. Everything outside that area will be left to anarchy. All prisoners will be released. Everybody will be left to their own devices. The only people that will be safe will be the people within 100 kilometers of the national capital. Everybody outside will be on their own when they come, and nobody even knows what they look like.